on the same ring spot it had just been pulled from. Next, the last drag of her menthol stick before she flicked it low and tripping into the pool. "What are you doing?" she asked me. "Nothing, I'm just looking for rattlesnakes. They bite, you know." "I know they do. I was careful and collected them by the tails. I put them all in the car." "No, you didn't." I walked toward our motel room to masturbate, pushed 2 pillows together, instant vagina. "It's too hot out here," I said, leaving. "It's never too hot," she retorted. I couldn't see when I walked into the room because the sun had been so bright it melted my corneas. I sat on the bed while the swamp cooler above me spit and clanked. Sweating, I grabbed the 2 pillows on the bed and stood up to go to the bathroom when I heard the door close. "Mom?" And then the sound of retching. "Are you okay?" More retching. "I have heat stroke." More retching. "Can I go get somebody?" "No, I just have to wait it out." "You should lay out. You haven't gotten any sun." "You're throwing up because you laid out. Why the fuck would you want me to?" "Don't curse." "Sorry." "Go get me my Dr. Pepper. The ice is going to melt out there. Better yet, go to the lobby and fill it with more ice." "Okay." She didn't die that day. If she had, I might have skirted all the trauma yet to come. But instead, she went right back out there and self-sautéed to crisp for another hour and lived and lived and lived until she was good and ready to go. But that's for later. That night, we went to the bubble-glass, multicolored lobby bar. The retired couple with the motorhome passing through on their 4th margaritas, the bushy-bearded truck driver who knew a few of the other truckers we had just seen off I-10 at some linoleum cafe with the dusty 5-acre parking lot's one blue-green street lamp hanging like a UFO in the air, and the cook in the back, a lanky 28-year-old, who didn't know that he was her prey for the evening. She showed him how to better stir the sauce. She made him hold his hand over hers as they flipped a dish in a pan. She asked him who his favorite country western singers were, and if he'd ever been to a proper rodeo. He was toast as far as I was concerned. I knew it was going to be a long night and that I might as well go back out into that parking lot and see what I could find in the desert beyond it. Parents are the bones we cut our teeth on, but they never talk about the parents' own teeth. They never talk about the bite that you learn to see coming. I dreamed about her last night, and I awoke happy, but sweating. Up until 1987, 1997, and 2013. I was born to drink. I was birthed to drink. My mother drank exactly like I did, and I was raised to be a man and drink like the male equivalent of my mother. There was no talk of the spiritual nature of things, no talk of God. Our world revolved around country western outlaw 18-wheeler culture, and that was that. My mother secretly went out with a trucker for about 8 years. My father feared my mother, so he mostly stayed away. The trucker was off and off trucking, therefore I was the man of the house. A responsibility that might have been to some inappropriate, but fuck it. What else was there to do? She was all I had. AJ Spurs used to be called the Iron Horse. It was a country bar and restaurant. If she was home, that was the congregating station. That was ground zero. It's where all the havoc went down. That and Boozy's. Boozy's hasn't been around for a long time. AJ Spurs lasted up until recently. The biggest cowboys and truckers would drink in there, and my mother and I would be off on the side watching. She in her frayed jean jacket and permed blonde hair, and me in my Levi's and shit kickers. Always and very suddenly my mother would speak up. "Hey, why you got that comb in your back pocket?" The guy with the comb in his back pocket must have been 300 pounds of muscle, fat, and cowboy hat, and he turned around, not imagining for a second that he had heard the question correctly, replying, "I'm sorry, ma'am?" She went for it again. "You heard me. That comb in your back pocket. It looks faggy." What the fuck is happening? I put on a face, tough, but inside I was shitting my pants. We are dead. I'm 8 or 9 at this point, and that's it. We're done. Before I knew it, they'd be buying her the free Calypso coffees she'd asked for. Light rum, Tia Maria, coffee with a little whipped cream on top. A speedball, basically. She had won them over with personality and character and grit, and something else none of us could really put our fingers on.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.